First, we'll start with the physics of high jump. The objective of high jump is to jump over the bar without hitting it and knocking it down. In order to do this, the athlete must convert kinetic energy into kinetic as well as potential as their body raises over the bar.
As their foot hits the ground, they must produce power in order to make an energy change. When producing this power, which is work over time, it is beneficial for their foot to be on the ground for the least possible time, generating the largest possible power.
In order to go over the bar in a perpendicular fashion, it requires an angular rotation of approximately 300 degrees per second.
The force of gravity plays a key factor in the location that the athlete takes off from. Because the given amount of force that they produce in a few milliseconds, their body will begin to descend. Once their vertical velocity decreases to 0, if they take off too far away, as shown by the mark of tape on the track, they will descend too early before they have cleared the bar as shown and hit it on the way down. Finally, the key to this style of high jump, commonly known as the Fosbury flop, is the phenomenon of a center of mass outside the body. As the high jumper jumps and arches their back, their center of mass stays below their body. This concept essentially allows for a jumper to apply the same force as another mass but achieve a higher vertical displacement because only the jumper's body must clear, though their center of mass can remain below the bar. A jumper using a different style without arching would have to apply more force at takeoff to have their center of mass remain above the bar. Now we are going to talk about the physics of block starts. The physics of accelerating out of blocks is rather simple. Essentially, if you take a look at the equation F equals ma, you know that in order to accelerate faster, F over m, you need to produce a larger force relative to your mass.
The force plays into the work of your steps, so in order to increase the power of your block start, the quicker your foot leaves the block with a large force, the more power you produce.
The last physics concept we will be discussing is hurdles. In order to go over hurdles in the fastest possible manner, the objective is actually to minimize the conversion of kinetic energy into potential. If the runner converts too much energy into potential, their body will raise more than necessary and it will take longer for them to take their next step on the ground. Thus, the fastest way to go over the hurdles is to produce almost solely horizontal velocity from each step, though their center of mass changes.